An annual visit to Paul Ricard in France would bring us to the halfway point of Season 5 in the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine. Win shared by Matteo De Paolo and Freddie Slater at the Hungaroring now left the pair clear at the top of the standings and just 4 points apart. With 6 French drivers on the grid and 3 French teams, this comes as a round of big importance for many around the paddock away from the title fight. It is also one that has been kind to the home fans, with Hadrian David and Alessandro Giusti claiming 3 wins between them in 4 seasons. Axel GP would take a step back from this round as they prepare for a second half assault on the series, whilst Tim Gerhardt and Artur Agater both return to the grid. ART Grand Prix have happy memories around Paul Ricard taking a victory with French driver Alessandro Giusti here last year. This season they had a great chance to repeat that, with Evan Gilter looking to become the 3rd driver to take the top step on home soil.
Well, it's always nice to stay in France for a race round. We have quite a lot of guests, also some partners. So yeah, it's and what's more, we have a French driver as well. So with Evan, so yeah, it means that it's always a bit special when we come here, and this is with the sun as well. So it's quite good.
Well, of course, it's really amazing to have a home race, especially in Paul Ricard, because it's a really beautiful circuit, a really nice place to be in the south of France. I also have a lot of family and friends who are coming there to support me. So yeah, it's really special to get a Paul Ricard in the calendar.
The weekend would begin in scorching temperatures on Friday with collective testing. Making a great start on home soil would be both RA's GP and Enzo Deligny, who went fastest in the first session. Enzo coming into the weekend 3rd in the championship, 32 points back. However, heading into collective test 2, Kramer Racing and Freddie Slater would set unbeatable pace, going almost 0.4 of a second clear of the field, setting a 1 minute 57.782, leaving everyone else scratching their heads. Enzo Deligny would have had this race marked on his calendar and will be looking to follow in the footsteps of former RA's GP driver Hadrian David, who won on home soil with RA's GP back in 2021.
Yeah, it's obviously a special one because it's a home race for the team and for me. And we're midway through the season now, so overall it's been going quite well this year. But yeah, definitely looking to have a good weekend here for the team.
Heading into qualifying 1 on Saturday, the drivers were greeted with much cooler conditions and a slightly green track after some light rain early in the morning. As Group A went out on track, it seemed like a standard qualifying warm-up procedure was taking place until the drivers were hit with a sudden shower before they'd even set a flying lap. This turned the session upside down and gave a scenario no one had expected. Adapting the fastest was CL Motorsports' Michael Belov, and he would lead as the red flags came out for the other CL car of Zach David, who crashed at the chicane with 3 minutes to go. With just 1 lap left and now a fully dry circuit, everyone improved, with De Paolo going fastest ahead of Belov and Taito Kato. Next came the turn of Group B, and given what had happened, it was expected this would be our fight for overall pole position, and that was confirmed early in the session. Similar to practice, Freddie Slater showed too much pace for the rest to contend with, taking a 3rd pole position. Akshay Bora secured 2nd in this group, with Pedro Clero close behind in 3rd despite some difficulties in practice.
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously it was a nice qualifying session, nicely built up. I think obviously we saw what happened in Q1 with all the rain, and which was a bit unexpected, I think, for a lot of people. And we decided to get cracked on, and also we led the pack, so I think we could have had a little bit more lap time in that. Just been a nice slipstream, especially how gusty here it is at Paul Ricard. So no, overall really positive. I think the team gave me an amazing car. Obviously a massive swing in track temp, track conditions, rain, everything. So everything changed from yesterday's FP2. So it's like you reset the page again, and yeah, it was an interesting session, but always good fun.
So yeah, before the red flag we didn't manage to close the lap for various reasons. I got traffic, then yeah, also the rain was not helping. So before the red flag I was, you know, a bit afraid that I couldn't do the lap. But then yeah, after the red flag we had the last chance, and we managed to get the pole position by also quite a bit of time. Even if I got traffic in the last sector, I managed to get pole thanks to a really good sector 1, sector 2. So it means that the pace is there and we can fight in the race.
There goes the green flag at the back of the field. To the left of screen is Matteo De Paolo. To the right is Freddie Slater. And we are go for the first time this weekend at Paul Ricard. And it's Slater leading us down to the first corner. De Paolo straight in his toe there. Slater forced to go defensive. De Paolo looking to the outside. Michael Belov is in third place. The two leaders are escaping as they come through the first two corners on this first lap. Michael Belov is furiously defending from one of the ART drivers, which is Taito Kato in the red and black there. Taito Kato has made a good start to this race, and he's going to look to the outside. That will leave the door open slightly to Akshay Bora, who's lost 2 places at the start. Round the long right-hander now at turn 6. Oh, someone running wide. That is Jin Nakamura, who's going to take to the escape and go straight over turn 7, and will now rejoin on the back straight, and is going to lose a couple of positions with that. We've got Nikita Bedrin in the background, who looks like he might have come out of pit lane. That might be Vesselau, his teammate as well, who was struggling at the start. But otherwise, we are all through and making our way round as Slater leads us on this first lap. De Paolo is second. Then it is Belov, Kato, Bora, Clero, Yamakoshi round the outside. There goes the number 5 of Ricky Liu. That was brave stuff from Ricky Liu there, going by Kanato Lee. Is he going to be able to hold it? He's going to leave the door open, and that's going to be Kanato Lee straight back through for P11, fighting just outside the points. Here's Enzo Deligny in the 23. Now behind all of that, we have Kanato Lee. Oh, and we're 3 wide there. Ian Eichmans in the green and orange RPM got his elbows out, capitalising on Zach David going side by side, and goes by the number 9, orange. Meanwhile, here comes Kato round the outside there of Michael Belov. Great driving this from Kato, and gets the move complete, or does he? Belov still has the inside, but Kato's going to carry the momentum all the way around the outside, and that will be move complete for the ART driver. And now that's opened the door for Akshay Bora to try and get the move done for P4. Doesn't quite able to get through, so... Oh, Akshay Bora, possibly with the help of some push to pass, goes by Michael Belov. Good driving from Bora. Showed great potential. Oh, side by side. That was Gilter, I think. No, that was one of the RSGP drivers, wasn't it? That was Deligny. Going round the outside of Gilter. Oh, now that's Kanato Lee. What has happened there? He was trying to chase. Let's have a look in the background for that Van Amersfoort car, the black and orange livery. There it is. So he's by Michael Belov, who's now got Gilter down the inside, and that's a change of position. Just about managed to keep it on there. Gilter, for a while, looked like he was going to be going for a spin of his own, but Gilter just about staying on, and Belov now losing 2 more places to both RHGP drivers who have been together the entire race. Deligny goes through and also going through as well as Jin Nakamura. As Gilles just having to defend here from Deligny. He's now going to go to the outside. Deligny trying to get the cut back here. This is the battle for 7th place, and Gilles is starting to struggle here, weaving down the straight. Don't forget they do have push to pass available as and when they want to use it. And are we going to see Deligny? He's got the run now. He's going to just look to the outside here. He's going to try and go all the way around the outside of Evan Gilles, but takes to the runoff area there. And, well, Gilles will be wanting that place back from Enzo Deligny, and he's now lost a place to Jin Nakamura. So, and the British driver will make his way out of the final corner, and it will be 4 wins for Freddie Slater and 4 points ahead in the championship lead. Congratulations to Freddie Slater. Absolutely textbook from the British driver. That was true domination from Slater. De Paolo, the best of the rest, quite literally in 2nd place, and a return to the podium for Taito Kato there. Well done to him in 3rd place.
Yeah, obviously very nice to get a win. Obviously bounce back with the pace. I think we struggled a lot in the last 2 weekends, especially with overall pace, and today has been really positive in terms of the 1-lap pace and also the race run pace, which is always important around a track like this with all the windy conditions and stuff like that. So no, it's been a really positive day and a nice bounce back on pace.
So I mean, the start was pretty good. I had also a bit better lunge than Freddie, but yeah, I couldn't get side by side on the T1. Then we stayed some laps very close to each other. Maybe I could have used some more push to pass at the beginning to try to take an overtake, but it was really hard, to be honest. Then yeah, we started to struggle with the degradation on the tires, and there Freddie was just much faster than me. I lost a lot of pace compared also to me, but yeah, at the end P2 is a really good result, good points for the championship, and let's see what we can do tomorrow.
In the Budapest, I was so much struggling, like P8 in the race too. So finally to be back the podium, so I feel this means a lot, and really happy about it.
I think 10 places up, so it's okay. Sorry, not 10 places, 5 places up, I think. So it was okay, but yeah, I just really struggled with pace, so we'll have to see for tomorrow. The weather tomorrow looks a bit up and down, so yeah, anything could happen, so yeah, focus for tomorrow.
After a qualifying 1 that had its fair share of unpredictability, an early start Sunday morning for qualifying 2 proved slightly more straightforward for the teams and drivers. Group B would go out first, and just like he did on Saturday, it was Freddie Slater who set the early pace. Pedro Clero and Akshay Bora would keep the championship leader honest, with the trio separated by just 0.05 of a second at one stage, but a 1:57.440 would become the eventual benchmark for Group A as the checkered flag fell, with Slater fastest, Clero second and Bora third. For Group A, things look fairly wide open, with several drivers seemingly in contention to go fastest. In the first push laps, it seemed Slater's time would go unchallenged, but that soon changed, with sector times on the final push lap looking threatening. The best of them all came from Rashid Al-Daheri, a non-starter in race 1. He went fastest with a 1:57.494, missing out on overall pole position by just 0.05 of a second. Matteo De Paolo made a crucial improvement to second, with Enzo Deligny 3rd place after struggling in qualifying on Saturday.
Yeah, obviously going out on track first this morning was a little bit different. The track probably was not in the greatest condition. Obviously overnight, it's normal stuff. The track cleans up for session 2. That's how it goes in the weekend. We were second yesterday and now we were first today on track. And I think we did a good job overall as a team. I think we made a good step overnight. Good balance adjustment just to help myself a little bit. And yeah, also put some things together on my side, and yeah, it paid off.
Yeah, definitely. It was quite an exciting comeback from yesterday. Of course, it didn't go our way. and yeah, we had a few issues, but overall I think we did a really good job as a team to, let's say, reset. Of course, the great thing is that every day you have a quali in a race, so you can take it completely new, and yeah, I think we did overall a really good job. We were able to put everything together, let's say recover the loss of experience from yesterday and still do a really good job.
Green flag has gone at the back of the field to the left of screen. Rashid Al-Dahiri to the right of screen is Freddie Slater, and we are go here at Paul Ricard, and it's a good start from Slater. If anything, Rashid Al-Dahiri is the one having to do the defending from Pedro Clero in the orange and black Van Amersfoort, who thinks he's seen a gap on the inside, and he's caught napping by Matteo De Paolo round the outside there in the Trident, and Matteo De Paolo is going to gain a place straight away into third. Can he gain another? Here comes second in the championship, Matteo De Paolo, and now under attack from Akshay Bora in that white R-Race GP, who's gone round the outside and into third place. Great driving from Akshay Bora. Clero now trying to gain a place back in the orange and black Van Amersfoort car. He's side by side with Matteo De Paolo in fifth place. On to the back straight we go, and Slater, whilst all of this has been going on, he's been able to break away out front, running wide. Further back is Dion Gauda. That looked like teammate to Clero down towards the chicane now, and Slater, no need to defend for him, nor for Al-Dahiri, and Bora, brave not to, in third place. Oh, spin! And that looks like Enzo Deligny is round. Home race for Enzo Deligny. He had a good come through the pack yesterday, but unfortunately he has been round at the chicane. And that's a real shame for Enzo Deligny, who is tumbling down the order now. Rest of the field making their way through. It would be a very welcome return. Gap out front 1.1, and Freddie Slater has just extended a 1 second advantage. Round the outside, here comes Pedro Clero side by side there with Matteo De Paolo, and that's going to be fourth place for the Brazilian driver. Matteo De Paolo under pressure here. Someone spun in the background. Meanwhile, there's a move going on here between Gilter, who gets down the inside of De Paolo, uses all the curb to do it, and he's going to make that one stick. Great driving from the French driver. I don't know who that was off in the background, though. We saw a spinner. It's Dorian Pan. Oh, wow. So we saw all the tyre smoke, and the left front suspension, I think that has been damaged. So I don't think Dorian Pan will be going any further in this race. That looks like it will be a slow trip to the pit lane, or even pulling over by what we saw momentarily there. It looked like some certain damage to that car. Round the outside goes Nikita Bedrin in the 10 in that blue and white Santa Lock. Great driving from Bedrin. I think we're about to see what happened. Oh, wow. Dorian Pan there making contact with Maschio, and his left rear has an immediate puncture, and he's out the race as well. Dorian Pan not able to continue. The right rear. Safety car out. Oh, red flag. Okay. So there's clearly some more investigating or more clearing up that needs to be done. So a load of other cars going round. 24, 25 other cars going round. It's just not sensible. So Giovanni's car is back in pit lane, so he continued on, went back to pit lane. So that's clears up any questions we had around that. So he's made it back to pit lane. He's okay. We've seen Dorian. So now we're getting word that the race will be resuming in about 5 minutes. This race 2 of round 5, we go points to the top 10. We've had a red flag to clear up an incident down the start-finish straight. Sadly, we've lost Dorian Pan because of that, and Giovanni Maschio, but now, incident cleared, we can go back green for race 2 in the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine here at Paul Ricard, and it's very even off the start. Rashid Al-Dahiri has gone with Freddie Slater, and they are neck and neck down towards the first corner as we are back green once again. Akshay Bora there in third, then it's Clero, Gilter, De Paolo, Nakamura, Bedrin, Bredon Bakhti, and beating Clero. In fact, it was De Paolo, apologies. So Matteo De Paolo going side by side with Gilter, and Matteo De Paolo beginning to bring himself back up the top 5. He's going to be side by side with Gilter and forced to go over the runoff. Matteo De Paolo now, well, what do we do here? We had this happen yesterday. Matteo De Paolo, for now, is going to stay ahead of Evan Gilter, who's now under threat from Jin Nakamura, who goes round the outside. Gilter almost spinning. How on earth did he manage to save that? Gilter almost fully sideways. Jin Nakamura concedes the position back on the exit of the corner, so he's allowed Gilter to go back through. This has all brought Nikita Bedrin back into play, and Matteo De Paolo is through and into 5th place. This is Yamakoshi and Ian Eichmans, and Ian Eichmans picks up damage to his front wing, so he's gone wide at turn 2, doing a super job. Right, Jin Nakamura has the run on Gilter. This will relieve the pressure for De Paolo. Nakamura, is he going to be able to get down the inside? Who's going to be braver on the brakes? It's Gilter around the outside. Superb defence. He went on the attack to defend there, and that is why Gilter is a champion at this level. Managed to hold off Jin Nakamura, and he's going to have to continue to defend all the way up to turn 5 here. Nakamura trying to get the switchback, not quite able to make it round, but Evan Gilter holds on. What about for the lead though? Rashid Al-Dahiri closing in, and he set another fastest lap last time round. But out front, we're going to get the double for the first time this season. Freddie Slater crosses the line, and it's a double victory for the Prema Racing driver to extend his lead in this championship. That is win number 5.
Yeah, like I say, we struggled a lot in the last 2. Mistakes from my side, a few things from the team as well to thin out, and that's what we did here. We made good progress, and we put all the bits together. We knew we had a chance coming into this weekend with a decent package, and then I just had to execute at the end of the day. The team gave me an amazing car once we rolled out the pit lane, and then yeah, that's my job at the end of the day to deliver the lap, especially in qualifying, because it's a qualifying championship. So yeah, no, it was good to get 2 pole positions and 2 wins, but yeah, full focus on Imola.
Well, I think it's definitely an interesting race. I mean, overall the weekend was up and down. We had a bit of an issue yesterday, so we weren't able to race, and I think today we were able to come back well. Very happy that the format allows you to have 2 chances in a way, and yeah, overall I think we were able to maximize the day. Of course, you know, you always try to find a few opportunities to overtake, and we did our best. I think overall, qualifying is super important in this track and with these cars. So we'll see for next race in Imola, home track for Prema, and we'll give our best.
Yeah, it was a pretty interesting race. You know, had a good opportunity at the start. Yeah, the first few laps I had really good pace, and then after that it was really tough to manage with the deg and with the dirty air. So I'm glad I almost maximized it today.
Yeah, it was very hot, but it was a big fight, especially where I was, so it was quite tricky. A lot of crazy things going on, so I just had to avoid the drama and keep my nose clean. And yeah, it's been a tough weekend, but we move forward.
We are now officially halfway through season 5 of the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine. And as we prepare for a second visit to Italy, it's Prema Racing's Freddie Slater leading the championship over Trident's Matteo De Paolo, who will be on home soil next time out. Van Amersfoort Racing's Pedro Claro is the best of the rest in 3rd place, but is closely pursued by French duo Enzo Deligny and Evan Gilter. Post-race, there would be penalties going the way of De Paolo and Gilter, dropping them 1 position each, promoting Jin Nakamura to 5th. The final classification of race 2 would remain provisional, leaving Paul Ricard with an appeal submitted by RACE-GP regarding the steward's decision related to the incident between Deligny and Claro, with further technical checks needing to be complete on Akshay Bora's car at Alpine Racing. His podium finish would also remain provisional, leaving the circuit. The second half will kick off at Imola on the 2nd and 3rd of August. We will see you there.